But of course, the UFC shaken up a bit by the big news yesterday. Light heavyweight champ Jon Jones, just days after beating Daniel Cormier, checking into a drug treatment facility. This after testing positive for cocaine back in December. Joined now by UFC President Dana White. Of course, this shook up the sport. What was your initial reaction when you found out?
Oh, I was shocked, obviously, and this is one of those situations where it's so different than if your guy gets busted for performance-enhancing drugs. You know, you worry about the person first. You know, you forget about the fighting and you know the work side of it, and you worry about the person. Jon Jones is the person. So he got checked into rehab. They're going to evaluate him, and then we'll go from there.
Have you been able to talk to him yet?
I talked to him yesterday before we went in, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to talk to him
How's he
today.
doing now? How's he doing?
You know, he was in a good place going in there, and you know, I'm sure he's in an even better place today. So I look forward to talking to him today.
All right, so the test was December 4th. That's when you found out, right? Is that when you found out about it as well?
Yeah. So what happens is, so they do these tests before leading up to a fight. These random drug tests, and he tested positive.
But was there any talk of postponing the fight once you found out about it?
No.
Why not?
Because he, number one, he was healthy.
Okay.
Number two, you know, the reason you would stop a fight and a guy would, you know, the hammer would drop on a guy would be if he tested for performance-enhancing drugs.
He's healthy in a sense that he's physically able to go, but actually, if he's in rehab right now, he obviously wasn't too healthy.
If you did that during a training camp, there's a problem.
Was Daniel Cormier informed of the
He was
positive?
not.
Why not?
Because he doesn't need to be.
He does.
If he was tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug, everything would have got shut down. The other thing that people have to understand in this situation, Jon Jones, you know, was contracted, you know, he was contracted to fight. We have a contract with him. And everybody thinks that we can just say, hey, the fight's off. Fight's not happening.
So if he wanted to fight, he had the right
Damn right he had the right to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I mean, I'm thinking about the health and the concern of the fighter himself.
Right.
You know, not necessarily the physical fight, not necessarily the pay-per-view. I'm talking about him getting the help that he needed back then.
Yep.
Not yesterday.
No, you're absolutely right. He was evaluated by doctors. Nothing, I think, you know, if you look at how shocked everybody was by this, nothing you saw in Jon Jones leading up to that fight would make you think that he used drugs.
All right, he's already a polarizing figure. You know, a lot of fans dislike him for whatever reason. A lot of fighters out there dislike him. What do you think this does for his image? In
a situation like this, the last thing you worry about is his image right now. You worry about getting the guy healthy, he'll come back, and whether you like him or you don't like him, he's the baddest dude in the world.
Right.
He's the pound-for-pound best guy in the world. And what's even crazier is you do these tests to look for performance-enhancing drugs. The stuff he was doing, it hurts you. It doesn't help you in any way. It actually hurts you. So imagine how good this guy's going to be when he gets.
I heard somebody say that he wasn't supposed to be tested for. Was that what I heard?
That's absolutely true.
Why was he tested then for?
They made a mistake.
Okay.
The guys who come and do the random drug testing made a mistake and actually tested him for street drugs.
Then why was this test even released then? Why was it even?
Because in the state of Nevada, it's public. Whatever the athletic commission has, it's public has access to it.
Yeah.
So they have to release it. Everything happens for a reason. You know, it's a great thing that this happened. It's a great thing that guy made a mistake. Who would have known?
Right.
We would never know.
The help he needs.
Right.
Yeah.
And get him the help that he needs.
A lot of people are saying right now you might be a little hypocritical. That's what people I'm hearing out there in the blogs and things like that because you've taken a really strong stance when it comes to some of the recreational drugs fighters being on marijuana. You have.
Not me.
Well,
the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
No, well, what if any punishment will come to Jon Jones?
Yeah, one of the things that, you know, guys a couple of years ago, if you tested positive for marijuana, fire and brimstone. I mean, it was craziness. We follow the lead of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. That's what we do. They're the regulators. They're the ones that set the rules and say what's going to happen and how it's going to go down. Obviously, with this whole legalization of marijuana, they've become a lot more lenient with that and with street drugs. They're more concerned with performance-enhancing drugs
Final word, Dana, on this whole topic, on your sport, on Jon Jones.
To sum it up, we're worried about Jon Jones, the human being, the person, and we're not worried about, the image of the sport or any of that right now. This guy's a human being. He needs help, and I applaud him, and we support him.